All right, today I'll be ranking every NFL team in tiers. We got 5 tiers: Super Bowl favorites, contenders, wild card, competitive, and tanking. Ranking every team for this upcoming NFL season, starting with the AFC East. We'll start with the best record from last year, the New England Patriots. I think they're going to be Super Bowl favorites again. They're bringing back basically the same team with a better offensive line and more weapons. There's no reason they shouldn't be Super Bowl favorites for the AFC this year. Um, Drake may come back for another season. Them niggas gonna be cold, just like they was last year. Buffalo Bills. We know what they do every single year, bro. They contenders, but I don't think they're ever gonna get over the hump. It's just either Josh Allen selling, Sean McDermott selling. Well, he gone now, but still. Man, my Miami Dolphins, we ass, bro. We gonna be tanking. Whole new team, bro. This season, bro. It's gonna be rough. I'm gonna see if we win more than 2 games. Probably not. The last team in the AFC East, we got the New York Jets. They're gonna be fake competitive this year, man. They gonna be competitive because they got a real squad, good defense, good old line. Now the quarterback play ain't that great, but it's it's passable with Geno Smith. I could see this Jets team win about maybe 6 games this season. Next division, we're gonna go AFC North. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they won the AFC North last year by 1 game. That game versus the Ravens. Crazy game. Uh they're a wild card team. This team is just the same. They added a few guys like Michael Pittman and Rico Dowdle, and secondary is a bit different. I forgot who they added, but this team is not a team that you should be worried about at all. So we got the team in every tier so far. Baltimore Ravens. All right. See the Ravens. They not Super Bowl fans, but they contend. They ahead of the Bills in my opinion. I like the head coach hiring with old boy from the Chargers. I'm blanking on his name. The DC from the Chargers. It's a good addition. They got a real squad, bro. I mean, you got Lamar, Derrick Henry. O line, look. They drafted. I don't know how to say dude name out of Penn State, but Vega Ione, I think he gonna be good. Receiver, they got Jacoby Lane, Elijah Surratt in the draft. They had a really good draft. Um, it should be good, bro. I mean, no excuses this year. Next, you got the Bengals. I think they're gonna be a. They're gonna be a wild card team, right? Or like in the hunt. They're gonna be one of them teams. They made some additions. They upgraded their defense. They got Dexter Lawrence and they added some guys to that secondary, which I like for them. But hey, they're gonna be all right. Um, Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland last team in the AFC North. Oh, they gonna be competitive. They're not gonna be as good as the Jets in my opinion. They're gonna be in the same tier. They're gonna be competitive. Not a lot going on offensively. They're gonna be bad. I mean, quarterback play is just they need a quarterback. I mean, Shador, he has moments. Dylan Gabriel's ass. Deshaun Watson, he's ass. I mean, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, bro? Defense is gonna be all right. I know they traded Miles Garrett, but defense is gonna be they're gonna do their thing. AFC South, we got Jaguars who won it last year. They contenders once again. I mean, kind of a mid off season. They didn't really do much, but they're still there. This team slept on, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They can really make some noise. It's 13-4 last season. I think they kind of just stay the same though. They did lose Travis Etienne or Etienne, how you say his name, but that shouldn't be much of an issue. And they lost Devin Lloyd, which is that's rough because he was really good last year. Next up in the AFC South, we got the Texans. All right, this team could have went to the Super Bowl last year, bro, but the quarterback play wasn't good enough. Defense was locked the fuck in, but the quarterback play was not good enough. I need CJ Stroud to get it together this season, bro. This year decides a lot for CJ and his future as a Houston Texan. They're gonna be contenders because of defense, but offense, can that O line protect Stroud? Can Stroud make the plays? That's gonna be the question, really. Is Monty gonna be a good starting running back? I think he will. They still got a few questions, man. That's a sleeper team though, man. It's just, what are they gonna do? Colts, I got they contenders too. There's a lot of contenders in the AFC. But you gotta think, man, they was 8-2 at the beginning of last year. Then Daniel Jones went down and all hell broke loose. They lost 7 straight, I believe. I mean, it's tough. The Tennessee Titans, I got, they gonna be down there with us. Um, they gonna be better than us. So I'll put them right behind us as the tanking team. This team, they making strides though. Cam Ward going to year 2. He just drafted Carnell Tate. They drafted drafted the edge rush. I forget his damn name. They just hired Robert Saleh. He just hired Brian Dable as the OC. This team gonna be all right, man. They're just not there yet. I think this is the first year of something that's starting out to be a promising future for the Titans. So, yep, that's the AFC South. I'm gonna go to the AFC West. Denver Broncos, contenders. They contending. They could have went to Super Bowl last year too. There's another team that could have went, but they better than the Jags. And I think these are the top 2 contenders so far. Broncos, I mean, you bring back the same team, but you add Jalen Waddle. That's my guy. Don't miss him. You lose some guys on defense. I think you lose Franklin Myers. You lost. I think you added a linebacker. Did they pick up they picked up a linebacker in the draft. That's what they needed, a linebacker. But yeah, defense is gonna be good. Offense should be better with more weapons. Hopefully a better run game. Still got Sean Payton. This team's gonna be a contender for sure. Chargers, okay. And they just added my guy Mike McDaniel. So the offense is gonna be snapping. Defense, they just lost. They just lost their DC. I'm fucking blanking on his name right now. DC last year. Fuck, I can't remember his name, but they can contender. They probably the weakest contender. They more of a contender than the Colts in my opinion, but they contender. Defense might take a dip. Offense is gonna shoot up with McDaniels. That's the OC. Kansas City, another contender. I'm gonna go right here. I like the Ravens more. Kansas City, they had a good draft in my opinion. Mansour Delane gonna be a dog. Hell, my man's Fuck, who they get at the D tackle? Did they get Caleb Banks or did somebody else? They got a good D tackle. I know that. They had a good draft though. They secondary they lost McDuffie and they lost other cuz Watson. They did get Eric Bieniemy back, so they should be solid. They should be back to what they are. Mahomes, he coming off an injury. What's he gonna look like? I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine, but we still gotta see. So they contenders to me though. 'Cause I trust them over all these other teams because they got Mahomes and Andy Reid, so you can't bet against them niggas. Raiders, all right, we got a team that's probably gonna be competitive. I think they're better than all these teams. So yeah, Raiders at the top of the competitive tier. Mendoza, I think it's gonna take a minute for him to start, but once they let him start, he gonna be good. His team, they just missing that receiver one. They O-line could use some work. The defense could use a lot of work. But they bringing it together, man. I think about 2 more years, they'll be real good. And that was it for the AFC West. Now we moving on to NFC. Go NFC East. We go Philly. Philly's competitive. Philly's competitive. They right here. They right there. I think you lost AJ Brown. You lose not really lost, but you lose my man's OC Kevin Patula, whatever you say his name. That nigga gone. Now you got new cuts from I think Indianapolis. Yeah. You're gonna ask more from Jalen Hurts this season, but offense should be decent enough. They need to lean back into the run game like they did when they won the Super Bowl. That defense should be fine. I know they added Tariq Woolen. That's a fucking huge pickup. Great pickup. They're gonna be contenders once again. NFC East, we got second place was the Cowboys. Cowboys. They contender. There's a lot of contenders in the NFL, bro. There's 1, 2, 3, 11 contenders so far, in my opinion. And the Super Bowl favorite. Yeah, Cowboys. The offense is gonna be legit. Yeah, you already know that. The defense look a lot better. They added some guys through the draft and the offseason. And some trades in there. With my guy, Caleb Downs. They gonna be solid, bro. I mean, new DC, that's what they needed. Shit, they should look pretty good. Commanders, it's a wild card team to me. JD5, I think he'll be healthy this season. I think he's gonna look like his rookie self. They just picked up Stephon Diggs. Like they should be decent. Should be, you know. But we'll have to see that defense. They added some guys to the draft. Sonny Styles. They signed Adafe Owe. Good signing. They're just not outstanding in any way. They're just solid, you know. I think they'll be a good football team. The Giants, it's gonna be a competitive team. Right past the Jets. They got Maga Dart as the quarterback. They just hired fucking John Harbaugh. And that defense, man, should look. They got a lot of good guys on that defense. It should look way better than what it is, than what it was last season. Shit. My guy Malik Neighbors coming back. They added receiver in the draft. They added some defense. Fuck, they got my man's Ohio State, Arvell Reese, killer. and then they ended up getting Francis Mawinoa, Hurricanes. Shout out to Hurricanes. Yeah, they should be competitive. That's it for the NFC East. Now we got NFC North, Chicago Bears. It's competitive. Contender right here. Contender. Not where. They got that kid Caleb, man. Clutch. He clutch as hell. Yeah. They lose DJ Moore, which he was kind of problematic. Kind of had effort problems, but you got Luther Burden, Colston Loveland, Roma Dunze, two solid running backs, good old line, great coach. This team, man. If Caleb Williams takes another step, this team could shoot up to the top of contender. Green Bay, they contender too, man. They a little lower, in my opinion. I would go like right here. Green Bay, they really got the same team. They just lost a few guys. They didn't really add much in the draft. They didn't do anything in the offseason really that impressed me. Can Jordan Love stay healthy? That's the question. I like Matt LaFleur. I think he's a good coach, so we'll have to see. Minnesota, I'm not buying that Kyler Murray's like a great quarterback, but he probably the best out of the wild card teams, in my opinion. Yeah. Kyler Murray over instead of JJ McCarthy's gonna make a huge difference. Still think they're gonna be a wild card team, but they're gonna win games that they should have won last year because they have a competent quarterback. That's been the whole question. The one sole question they've had all last season. Now they kind of answered it with a decent quarterback. Last team in the NFC North. The NFC North is probably the best division in football. I mean, this shit is crazy. Detroit Lions, they could win the NFC North. I think they're my pick. I'm gonna go right ahead. Yeah. I mean, this team's elite, bro. Offense galore. Defense, can the defense stay healthy? That's the question for them. You got playmates. You got Hutch. You got my guy in the secondary. What's his name? Branch. Brian Branch. You got some fucking dogs. The secondary is corner room ain't great. Linebacker room, you got Anzalone. You got some pieces there, but can they stay healthy? NFC South. There's a lot of average going on there. I got a wild card team, Carolina. I'm at the bottom. Nearly won a playoff game last year versus the Rams. That was a great game. Mike Jackson had one of the greatest performances I've seen from a CB2 in my fucking life. That game, that was a crazy game. But yeah, I expect Carolina to be good this season. Bryce to make steady progression like he's been doing his whole career. Defense to look a little better. They added Devin Lloyd from the Jaguars, so that's good. They should be about average. I mean, yeah. Tampa. Yeah. They a contender. I know I'm not too high on Baker anymore, but I still think he gets it done. They did lose Mike Evans. I know. What a fucking draft. I mean, they drafted my guy Ruben Bain. Fucking steal. He gonna be the steal in the draft. Keontae Scott. They added a couple of other guys that are really good. Excellent draft. They're gonna be contending this season, in my opinion. They will win the NFC South. Falcons, they suck. I'm not buying it with the Falcons. They'll be competitive just because of who they got. But I'll put them at the top of competitive. I don't believe in Tua. That nigga sucks. Penix, whoever the fuck they throwing out there, I don't know. You're not going nowhere with either one of those guys. So that's that. Saints, they'll be competitive. I think they'll be right there with the Falcons. Like probably close to the same record. This team added some really good pieces, like Jordan Tyson. That dude. He might get 1,000. He can't get 1,000 next to my boy Chris Olave, but he's gonna be really good. Offense should be fine. Should be fine. They got Travis Etienne, so Etienne. Good offensive line. Offense should be good. Defense, secondary. They got Kool-Aid McKinstry. Safety room's okay. Pass rush is not really there. But they'll be competitive though, in my opinion. And then we got next up NFC West, the last division. Top of contender, I'll go Seahawks. Hey, Seahawks. They kind of lost some guys, but they coming off a championship. I predict they win around 12 games this season. They get back. I think they play the Rams in the NFC Championship game again. It'll be different this time because the Rams, they're my Super Bowl favorite this season. They have one of the greatest teams ever assembled on paper. You add Myles Garrett to this team, that is ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. You add Trent McDuffie, you add Watson. Fuck, man. What else? What else you gotta? What else? What else do I gotta say? They're gonna be the Super Bowl favorite, bro. I mean, no chance, bro. No chance you beat this team. Only thing that could stop this team is if Matt Stafford just all of a sudden just falls off or they get a lot of injuries. I don't see that happening though. The Arizona Cardinals, ass. They're gonna be ass cheeks, nigga. I'm gonna go. Yeah, worst team in the league. No, we the worst team in the league. Fuck that. So worst team go Dolphins, Cardinals, Titans. Then these 10 and so on and so forth. 49ers, they're gonna be contenders, but they're gonna be like right behind Green. They're not as good as Green Bay. They're gonna be right next to them. You got Kyle Shanahan. You're gonna be contender no matter what. But you got Brock Purdy. You add Mike Evans. You still got Ricky Pearsall, Kittle. I don't know if he's healthy. McCaffrey, good offense. Niners had a lot of injuries last season. Can they stay healthy this season? Fred Warner gonna be back. Nick Bosa, Mega Boy gonna be there. I mean, they got the guys, bro. Can they stay healthy though? That's the question. But yeah, that's every NFL team ranked by tiers going into the 2026-2027 NFL season. So you see, I got the Rams playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's my early Super Bowl matchup. I could easily see the Ravens replacing the Patriots. I could see the Chiefs replacing the Patriots. I could see Bills, Broncos, maybe the Jags. Then my sleeper teams, the Texans. It depends on CJ Stroud, really. AFC, I'm damn sure the Rams are coming out. There's no way they don't, unless Seahawks get them or the mm, there's a drop off from the Seahawks to the Eagles to the Lions to the you feel me? But yeah, y'all let me know who y'all got coming out the NFC, who coming out the AFC, who you got winning the Super Bowl. Yeah, let me know about that and Yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.